Hi friends. Bruchim habayim. Welcome. Good to be here with you as I adjust my posture, feel my feet on the floor, find a bit of uprightness in the posture, chin coming a bit toward my chest, hands resting on my legs. I invite you to feel for yourself into a posture that's comfortable and wakeful. Ah, and then maybe a nice out breath, landing, feeling, as the Talmud says, the way that sighing softens the body. Maybe the eyes close, maybe the gaze softens, rests somewhere fairly simple, maybe off the screen if the eyes are still open. Let's just take a couple of minutes to settle in. Maybe you notice any of the sensations in your experience which are somewhat grounding. In what ways does the ground, the earth, show up? In what ways do you feel it right here, right now? With pressure in the bottom, on the backs of the legs, or the soles of the feet. As best you can, including this sense of the ground, the earth, where the Shekhinah dwells, we're told, where the heavenly spirit resides. Not so much as an idea, but as something that you feel. Yeah, here's the ground. Practice today is a Hitbonenut, a contemplation practice of the ocean. So I want to read you this very short poem called Oceans by Juan Ramon Jimenez. I have a feeling that my boat has struck down there in the depths against a great thing. Nothing happens. Nothing. Silence. Waves. Nothing happens. Or has everything happened? And are we standing now quietly in the new life? I invite you to allow to come to mind some image of the ocean, the sea, a memory perhaps, or an image that comes to you that isn't straightforwardly memory. Either way, maybe it's more visual in the mind's eye, maybe it's more of a felt sense, maybe both, maybe something else. Maybe you were looking at the ocean from a beach or a cliff or a mountaintop. Maybe you were in the middle of it. waves, the light, the glimpses of birds and fish reminding you of the immense vitality of the oceans. It's estimated that there are somewhere between 700,000 and 1 million different species in the realm of the oceans. So allowing this to come to mind as best you can, a sense of the ocean, seeing what comes, how the ocean chooses to arrive, chooses to visit you here and now. Perhaps being particularly interested in and attuned to the quality of the ocean that is spaciousness, the expanse of the ocean. The Pacific Ocean is 5 times wider than the moon. There's this vastness here on Earth. You often have a sense that looking at or contemplating the sea expands my awareness. In a physical sense, it's like it stretches it, broadens the horizon of my being. Perhaps you feel some of this expansion, some of this broadening, sitting here with the image of the ocean, reminding you of the spaciousness of awareness, just how wide it can be, all the way over there, and all the way over there, and all the way over here. I invite you to keep turning toward your sense of the ocean, and perhaps to notice in the spirit of spaciousness that even as you do this, there's room for everything here in the background, in the peripheries of awareness, even as you're turning toward the image of the ocean. Still here in the space of awareness, there's plenty of room for it all. The spaciousness of the ocean is here too in the spaciousness of awareness. Perhaps you can allow your sense of the spaciousness of the ocean to remind you that here too there is more space than we habitually recognize. More room, more air, more light, more gaps, more breeze. We can let it be really wide when we choose to. We can come back to the ground and the solidity when we choose to do that too. My invitation for now is to keep tuning to the spaciousness of the ocean and seeing if that reminds your soul of an inner spaciousness that it's easy to forget, although it never really goes away. And there's also the mystery of the oceans. Only a fraction of them are explored, such that it's estimated that 90% of the species of the ocean are yet to be discovered. Something unknown here. I wonder if you feel, taste, glimpse, smell the spaciousness here too. In the mystery, there's a spaciousness because it means that our own ideas and conclusions and facts and experiences, none of them are final. There's more yet to take into account. The ocean is teaching us this, teaching us that we don't see the whole space, the whole picture. We can't wrap our heads around the whole thing. So we can hold the way that it does show up, what we do think and feel, we can hold it quite lightly. Maybe, and maybe not. Maybe it's how I feel it, and maybe it's otherwise. There's real space here, lightness. You might find that your sense of, image of the seas, the oceans, periodically benefits from refreshing, bringing it back in, inviting it to get a bit more vivid, recalling that moment, the smell, the sound, the way the wind passed through your hair, across your face, the squall, the sunlight dancing on the waves. Perhaps the spaciousness and the mystery of the oceans have their source in the even greater spaciousness and mystery of the divine, which includes and pervades it all the life forms, discovered and undiscovered, the darkness of the ocean depths, the light shimmering at the surface. All of this vastness, part of the great, living, vaster whole. Akadosh, the Holy One. This whole includes you, all your thoughts and feelings, sensations and relationships. You too, like the ocean, are an image of God, the face of the divine. Is there something oceanic you sense inside? Something divine? What if it really didn't depend on whether you do sense it in this moment or not? What would that be? As we come toward the end of this Hitbonenut practice, perhaps inquiring, how might you bring this divine spaciousness from the heart of the ocean and from the core of your being into your daily life? Is there an intention, a kavanah you want to set, form, to shape? Maybe it's a particular moment of your day when you want to remember the spaciousness of the oceans and the spaciousness inside. Perhaps there's something you could do, a reminder you could leave yourself that will keep bringing the sense of spaciousness back to you. Because, of course, like all things, that sense of spaciousness will come and go, even if the spaciousness itself behind it and underneath it all does not. But we'll remember and we'll forget again. That's what happens. That's what it is to be human. So taking a moment for this reflection, seeing if a kavanah emerges, something you might do or intend. Maybe another nice long out breath, sighing and softening the body, feeling the ground beneath you and the space within you. And then in your own time, proceeding into what's next. Thank you so much for your practice. Shavua tov.